YouTube, what's going on? What's going on? So what we're doing today is we're doing some mini trays. And these trays are made with the little wooden trays from the Dollar Tree, okay? So I have them all prepped. I spray painted some of them. Some of them would not be spray painted. But let's get started. I'm going to show you some different ways that I use to complete some of the Dollar Tree trays. They can be beauty trays, catch trays, rolling trays, whatever kind of trays you want them to be. So I'm going to get my epoxy ready because we're going to be doing some epoxy on some of them, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just going to show you the trays here. As I said before, I spray painted the trays that I'm going to use paint on, and since I'm doing several trays at one time, I went ahead and put on the tray what kind of design I'm going to do. Okay, that's just me. I have to keep myself together because, look, I got so many to do. Those are regular trays, and then these are the mini trays. So, let's get started. First, I got to get protected, got my gloves, got my mask, got goggles because my eyes are burning because it's a lot of dust in here because I've been doing woodwork. Okay, I am back. I hope you can hear me. Okay, I have mixed my epoxy. I got almost 2 cups of epoxy because I'm going to do all these trays, and I have a lot of different colors to do. So, what I'm going to do, because I'm going to have to put my hand in it, so I need to get my gloves ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the trays that I have decals from. So this is ink press. Let me get that. This is ink press, and I'll link it. Printable vinyl, and this vinyl is printed on a regular printer. Just print and go, stick and move. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start dividing up my epoxy into small batches so it won't cure so fast. So I got paper cups. I'm going to divide it up to slow down the curing process, so I'll be able to talk while I'm doing this and tell you what I'm doing. I usually do it pretty fast, but I'm going to try my best to go slow so you all can see what I'm doing. So, I have a paper plate here, and that's because I'm messing, and I have to put my silicone stirrer on place, so I usually drop it on the floor and all that. So, what I'm doing now is I'm going to divide up the epoxy. And when you make a big batch, if you're not going to pour it right away, which I'm not because I'm going to be talking, it's best to go ahead and break it down into smaller batches, so it can slow down the curing process because it'll start curing fast. So I'm going to be using white, and this is 10X color. This is some very good color. Very, very good color. It looks and makes like acrylic paint. It looks like acrylic paint and makes that pretty dark color like acrylic paint, but it doesn't change the curing time. So you can use as much as you need in this one. Go ahead. That's one of the colors I'm going to use a lot of. Go ahead and mix up that white. Even it out a little bit. So the white is a color I'm going to use a lot of. I'm gonna do yellow, a little bit of yellow, 10X. I have dominoes already made that'll match these colors right here. I always have my handy dandy baby wipes around so I can clean off stuff real quick. Baby wipes or paper towel with alcohol, either one of them. Got my yellow, red, brown, which is burgundy to me. So red, brown, also 10X. Okay. So now I'm going to try to, I want you to see how rich those colors are. Let me move this camera. I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see what I'm doing now. But look how rich this color is. Let me show you something that was made with this. Okay. Here goes some dominoes I made with that color. So this domino gonna go right there, and this gonna go in the tray because I use these tray for my domino boxes. But that color is very pretty, very rich, and you cannot see through it. Look how good that is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. Okay, what I'm going to do for them two is I'm going to try to make a pattern. And I'm just going to be pouring it in here. No special way. I'm going to let that even out right quick. Then I'm going to go to the next one. Told you I'm a messy crafter. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do green and gold on this one. I'm just letting them get where they're going to go, and then I'm going to take something and go through it and make a design, but I'm letting them go ahead and even out green and gold. So I'm going to use the gold mica powder. Okay, so I mixed the mica powder into the epoxy off camera. I didn't think you wanted to see that, but if you need a video on how I mix my epoxy, I'll do that. I believe it's in the long video for dominoes making, so I put in there how I do the epoxy, but I didn't separate it. So I'm actually pouring another one with colors, so You already saw one. I didn't want to subject you to another. Okay, now I'm getting ready to put my decals on. Again, this is printable vinyl, not sticker paper. This is very good vinyl. Once you stick it on, you can go ahead and you can pour the epoxy. You do not have to wait. You do not have to seal it. It's just awesome paper. I'll link it below. Okay. Now we're going to do clear epoxy until I run out of it. This is selling real good. That's selling real good. Let me see. Then I go get my heat gun and we're going to make this move around and get rid of some of them bubbles. We'll be good to go. So, okay. And like I said, on these, you could just pour and go. Press and go. I need my gloves. I'm going to have to use my hand on these. That epoxy is getting hot. So, you want to make sure get the camera up. Sorry. So these I'm just covering with the clear, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to spread it out with my hand. Just take it and I'm just going to spread it with my hand all over. So the thing you want to remember with the epoxy for the new people who haven't did epoxy before is to make sure if you have a 1-to-1 ratio epoxy, which is the normal epoxy, make sure that you are measuring their epoxy and you have 1 part A and 1 part B, okay? I'm going to turn this camera and put it on pause, and I'm going to go ahead and spread this. I don't want it to get hard. Give me a second. So I used the heat gun once the epoxy started getting kind of hard and I wasn't able to spread it out. I just lightly put the heat gun on it. It made it liquidy again, and so I was able to spread it out. Make sure you don't hold your heat gun on your epoxy till you start smelling it. When it starts smelling like it's burning, it's probably burning. So I just actually spread it out all over the trays. Now it's time for designs with the epoxy that has the color mix in. So all I did was get my silicone stirrer and make designs in there. I didn't have a particular design, so I just brought it back and forth, but you definitely can do a design. And I'm just going to hit everything with a heat gun. Then we'll be back when it dries. So, I'm going to hit, sorry. Trying to get it to come up. Okay. So, I'm going to hit everything with the heat gun. Then I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to go in the house, leave this out here. It's 17 million degrees in this garage. So I'm going to go in the house and we'll come back after this gets dry. Okay, we're back. It's next day and these trays are ready. This is the point that I will stop. I pre-make trays. Now I'm ready for the order so they can be personalized. Let you get a gander at these. They will get names or whatever and another coat of epoxy. Okay, so I hope this helped you. Let me tell you one thing that I forgot to tell you, and I absolutely forgot to do it myself. So when you get these trays from the Dollar Tree, make sure you run some glue around the seams on the back, especially if you're doing a thick layer like I like to do. Make sure you run some glue around the seam so the epoxy won't come out. But this is fine. All I do is put a piece of caulk board on the bottom. Let me show you that also, because they sell that at Dollar Tree now. Okay, so I hope this helped you. Let me tell you one thing that I forgot to tell you, and I absolutely forgot to do it myself. So when you get these trays from the Dollar Tree, make sure you run some glue around the seams on the back, especially if you're doing a thick layer like I like to do. Make sure you run some glue around the seam so the epoxy won't come out. But this is fine. All I do is put a piece of caulk board on the bottom. Let me show you that also, because they sell that at Dollar Tree. This is in the crafter section now at Dollar Tree. I either put this on the back or that felt that they have in Dollar Tree on the back of all my trays. So I'll cut that and put that on the back of it. This is self-adhesive. However, I do put E6000 or either Gorilla Glue around the edges so it'll stay. Don't want it to fall off when the customer gets it, but that is it for this tutorial. I appreciate you. I thank you so kindly for watching my channel, Double J Graphics by Steph. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell to follow me so you'll be notified when I upload new content. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoy. Hit the thumbs down if you didn't enjoy. But if you hit the thumbs down, please tell me what I did wrong so that I can correct it. Or maybe I'll leave it because you might be bullshitting. But anyway, if you put a thumbs down, let me know why. So you all have a great day. Next coming up, let me show you what I got next. So I'm in the kitchen because I haven't put anything up. I picked up some awesome frames at the Salvation Army the other day, and they were $2 and $3 a piece. So I'm going to be making either shadow boxes, although I picked up one for $2, either shadow boxes or beauty trays. Matter of fact, I'll make both of them. So I'll see you on the next video. Y'all have a good one, and thank you again. Bye.